Good evening and welcome to the news on Operating TV. I'm Miriam, okay? First, the headlines. Kebbi governor urges military intervention at border. Syrian families take refuge at Russian air base amid sectarian violence. And from the world of sport, Chelsea signs promising Portuguese talent. And now the news in details. Kebbi State's Governor Nasir Idris has called for the establishment of a military operational base along the Nigeria-Niger border following a series of attacks by the Lakurawa terrorist group. At a meeting with residents of Gesset 2000, Governor Idris describes the recent wave of attacks by the bandits who have been employing hit-and-run tactics, devastating border communities. He highlights the dire situation in Arawa local government, where bandits have killed dozens, destroyed homes and looted valuables before retreating to Sokoto State and the Niger Republic. While praising the efforts of the Joint Security Task Force, the governor stressed the need for additional personnel and more sophisticated equipment to combat the evolving threat. Governor Idris reveals 4 Hilux vehicles has been deployed to the task force as part of an updated strategic operation. It states that the state government is in the process of assessing property loss in Birnin Dede, Dan Maki and Tambo villages, and an internally displaced persons camp has been set up to shelter affected residents. Meanwhile, community leader Alhaji Muhammadu Danato, also known as Mayanan Gwando, expresses appreciation for the governor's effort in improving infrastructure, citing recent road projects and street lights as proof of the government's commitment. And in another development, Social Democratic Party SDP presidential candidate Adewale Adebayo has predicted that President Bola Tinubu will be removed from office in the 2027 elections, expressing confidence that the SDP will produce the next Nigerian president. Adebayo reiterates his intention to run for president in 2027, regardless of any prominent politicians joining the SDP. A statement followed the recent defection of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai to the SDP. Since joining, El-Rufai has been working to strengthen the party by recruiting other influential politicians. Adebayo welcomes El-Rufai's move, describing him as a patriotic Nigerian and commended his leadership abilities, traits Adebayo believes as critical for the country's governance. Power has been restored to the Nigerian Air Force Base in Ikeja weeks after the disruption and disconnection of power at the base due to a disputed 4.3 billion naira bill. But this week, a new prepaid meter system was installed, bringing power back online. DISCO officials confirms the installation earlier today, noting that this new system mirrors those used at Army cantonment. This development follows unrest at the base last week when some Air Force personnel stormed DISCO's corporate headquarters and Oshodi offices in protest over the power cut. While the disputed bill remains unresolved, efforts are underway to settle the outstanding amount. Meanwhile, a source from the Logistics Command confirms that the prepaid meter is fully operational and power has been restored. Investigations into the protest are ongoing and the Nigerian Air Force is handling the matter according to standard protocols. The Nigerian Customs Service has seized 1,149 jerry cans of smuggled premium motor spirit at the Gembu-Cameroon border in Taraba State. The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adeniyi, made the announcement earlier today in Jalingo during the auctioning of the seized petroleum products. The operation, conducted between March 8 and 9, 2025, was a part of the Operation Whirlwind, which was executed based on intelligence gathered from key agencies, including the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Adeniyi emphasizes the operation had disrupted a smuggling corridor along the border, ensuring that Nigeria's subsidized fuel does not end up in neighboring countries. The seized products contained in 30-liter jerrycans amounts to a total of 34,470 liters. Additionally, a special purpose transportation vehicle valued at 4 million naira was impounded, bringing the total value of the seizure to 37.78 million naira. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you stories from the world of sport, from the foreign scene, and of course from the world of entertainment. Please stay tuned.
Blue Lagoon Hotels are home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
You're still watching the news at 5 p.m. on Opportune TV. Now, from the foreign scene. Investigators in South Korea have concluded that a portable power bank was likely the cause of a fire that engulfed an Airbus and passenger plane at Gim-A International Airport on January 28. The Airbus A321ceo caught fire, injuring 3 passengers. South Korea's Transport Ministry reveals preliminary findings such that the fire may have originated from a breakdown in the insulation inside the power bank's battery, which was found in an overhead compartment, the site where the fire began. While the investigation is ongoing, South Korea implements new safety measures requiring passengers to carry power banks and chargers on their person rather than store them in overhead compartments. Airlines around the world have long banned power banks from checked luggage due to the fire risk posed by lithium batteries. As of February 28, 2025, South Korean authorities mandated that passengers carry these items personally. Thousands of civilians, mostly from Syria's Alawite minority, have sought refuge at the Russian airbase in the wake of escalating sectarian violence. Reports indicate that the violence erupted after a security operation targeting insurgents loyal to the post-President Bashar al-Assad, sparking revenge attacks against Alawite communities. Over 1,400 civilians have been killed, with many others affected by summary execution. Among the displaced is Dalal Mana, a grieving mother who recently lost a 25-year-old son to the violence. Violence continues to spread. Families like ours are finding refuge at the Russian airbase, hoping to escape further attacks. And from the world of sport, Chelsea Football Club completes the signing of promising Portuguese winger Giovanni Coenda from Sporting CP. The deal, finalized after successful negotiations, sees Coenda join Chelsea in 2026 on a 7-year contract with the option to extend for an additional year. Coenda expresses his excitement about joining Chelsea, particularly under the guidance of new manager Enzo Maresca. The signing is seen as a strategic move for Chelsea's future, strengthening their attacking line-up. And in another development, Manchester United secures a spot in the Europa League quarter-finals with a commanding 4-1 victory over Real Sociedad at Old Trafford, winning 5-2 on aggregate. Bruno Fernandes scores a stunning hat-trick, including 2 penalty goals, after Real Sociedad initially took the lead through Mikel Oyarzábal's penalty. Fernandes' third goal is 15th of the season, sealed United's progression, with Diogo Dalot adding a 4th. Despite struggling in domestic competitions, Manchester United is relying on their European campaign to salvage their season, with their next match against Lyon in the quarter-finals. On entertainment, a video circulating on social media has stirred controversy after a man claimed to be the father of Nigerian singer Asake, accusing him of neglect. The man alleges that he suffered a stroke in March and has not received any support from his son. In the video, he expresses frustration, saying that he last saw Asake in 2022 and has been unable to contact him ever since. Unverified reports suggest that the singer was raised by his mother, as the man allegedly abandoned the family years ago. The plea, however, has sparked mixed reactions online, with some questioning its authenticity, while others are calling on Asake to address the situation. However, there has been no response from Asake or his representatives as of now. And that's the news at 5. My name is Miriam Okay. Please do well to stay tuned to Opportune TV and follow us on all social media platforms. Until then, good evening.